All right, who am I here with?
Michaela.
Cece. Sachita.
Alex Bragg.
Aaliyah.
Angelina.
Jillian.
Tanya.
Carson.
Who am I here with?
Aiden.
Aiden who?
Stanbridge.
Andrew Bush.
Diane.
Your question is, don't say anything. Your question is, if you had to switch instruments, what instrument would you not want to play?
That's really hard because I kind of hate all brass instruments, but I'd probably say trombone.
Trombone. Bassoon, because I'm not smart enough for it.
Definitely flute.
Probably flute.
French horn, because of all the funky partials.
Alto sax, because we have way too many.
Alto sax, because they're annoying.
Flute. I'd go with clarinet because my mom plays that one, and I don't want to get pressured into doing really good.
Your question is very special.
Oh.
Is Aiden Standridge a wuss?
What do you find as a wuss?
Aiden Standridge?
No, I respect the guy.
This is a hard question. I think probably trumpet.
All right, guys, welcome back to the back row. We got Ian here, we got Aiden, and we got Edja today, our first guest. And so, Ian, why don't you tell us what the question is?
Alright, how many tacos do you think, indestructible tacos, do you think you could fit inside a tuba?
Edja, you go first.
Okay, 48.
48.
48.
Like
What
that's really
makes you
low.
think 48? Yeah, I agree.
That's really
You think
low.
it's low? Well, it adds up pretty fast. I mean,
That's
the
a good point.
tubing gets small. You can only fit like one at a time
Yeah.
until it gets to the bell.
Because, I mean, that's the question is how many can you fit inside of the tubing? Because the bell is big. You can fit at least 30 in there.
But like, the
Yeah.
thing is, they're indestructible, so like...
Yeah, so but that makes it harder to fit more in because you
Exactly.
can't crush them smaller.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of agree with a lower number there. I'm gonna go a little bit larger though. I'm gonna go 54.
Wow, I'm way out of the ballpark then.
Well, what are you going?
I
with
was going like 106.
106.
I feel like maybe.
Whoa,
maybe.
that's a little bit of a big number there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you really push it, like think about how big that is. Like,
I mean, okay, I can see if it's a sousaphone, but that's not a tuba.
but a tuba is pretty big. Like,
I
think
mean,
about how big the bell is. When
it
I
just
think
depends
you
on
get
how-
to like 30 and you're like,
Yeah.
like at the bell.
You because like you can't fit two tacos next to each other inside the tubing. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be one taco stacking on top of each other until you
What?
get to a spot.
Huh?
Plus, I mean, indestructible. You can't squish them to make them fit.
That, yeah. That's
So
Maybe.
maybe they don't go
I don't
as far
know.
down.
I guess we'll never know.
Unless we try now. I mean,
We have tubas. in the vendor.
we'd only need 48 tacos.
It's true.
All right, see you guys next time.
Happy birthday this chunk of January to freshman band Jackson and sophomore band Angelina. And percussion Jason and wind ensemble Thomas, Derek, and Lucas Johnson. Happy birthday!
Welcome to this week's Jazz Album of the Week. This week, in honor of Martin Luther King's Day, we're going to be covering Duke Ellington's Black, Brown, and Beige Suite, specifically the version recorded by the Jazz Center Orchestra. Now, the story behind this starts with Benny Goodman and his legendary Carnegie Hall concert in 1938. This concert was monumental for jazz because for the first time, jazz, a Black American art form, was being acknowledged the same way as white European classical music. But it wasn't picture perfect because the musicians who were helping to legitimize jazz, which is a Black American art form with deep ties to blues, ragtime, and African rhythms, well, they were all white. Duke Ellington noticed this and he was enraged because he knew that him and other Black musicians were being passed up for white musicians, even when it came to their own art form. So, 5 years later, when Ellington himself got his chance at a Carnegie Hall concert, he and Billy Strayhorn composed the Black, Brown, and Beige Suite, an extended jazz piece that, in Ellington's own words, is a parallel to the history of the Negro in America. Now, I recommend the Jazz Center version for two reasons. One, Ellington didn't record this that much after the original concert in its entirety, so finding good quality recordings of the Ellington Orchestra playing it is going to be very difficult. And two, this kind of serves as a way of me justifying having two Ellington albums back to back. Nevertheless, this is a great album and I can't recommend it enough.
Who am I here with? Susan, Michaela, Sachita. And your question is... Okay, who am I here with? Jillian.
Tanya.
And your question is, sorry. Your question, wait, we have to restart this.